As we continue to express the pseudocode for analyzing strings into Python, we create a function and we can place this function inside this program. Usually, if a function has to be reused over and over, you should place it inside of another module, which is Python, and then import it into any of the programs, the source code programs that will need those functions. So we have created a function called write analysis, and we have two different parameters or variables here that it wasn't originated from here, but we are referencing them, and that is the count upper and the file. Now, in the main program, we use out file for F, and we use count upper in this program. Normally, when you're creating your functions, as I said before, you can be as generic as you want to. Use shortcut variables because they are just placeholders. So when we get ready to call the function to write the analysis, we're going to merely say write analysis. And what we are bringing into the program is count and out file. So when the program calls this function, it's going to merely take count and map it to CU for count upper. Actually, we're using count upper on here, not count. And then out file represents that the file as it was opened and ready for writing. So we're going to map that with the F for file. So you can shortcut this. It does get confusing because in the functions you have different local variables and formal parameters, but when you're calling the actual function, it uses a different set of variables because it's using the variables that are known within the scope of that particular program module. And in this case, this program module is DEF main. That's the main one. In main, you have count upper and you have out file as your variables. Before we do run the program, we said call the function. Here it is here where we are calling the function to write the results. That's indicated here. And here it is at line 33. Close the file for reading. That's at line 35. Close the file for writing. That's at line 37. We have the function and then we end the main function. Now we have one of the sub functions here. The last step would be to call the main program. So we can say call the main function, and just to make sure that this program can run as a standalone or can run as a function that is used in other programs, we can use the if underscore name underscore is equivalent to underscore main and underscore. Then we're going to say main. That calls the function. Okay, so now we're ready to run the program. Okay, so when I run this program, I will obtain some error messages, and that's because we are referencing open read file, open write file, which are functions that are stored inside of another program called the last name first name customized functions. So what we need to do is Outside of the main, we're going to say import, or rather from last name, first name, customized functions. And I revised mine, so I'm going to put RV. Import everything, all the functions, make them available so that if we're referencing them in this program, they will be available. Go through it and look at it line by line. I added that extra module to import functions that are reusable, and at my line 48 I made sure that I used the F string, and at line 46, and of course there are quicker and easier ways to go about this, but you want to make sure that you understand line by line what you're doing before you start taking these shortcuts. So we use the line feed because we know that in Python it doesn't automatically tell the computer to move down one line when we use that right method. So let's run the program now. We are ready. So we use the run option. I have a sample text file called Python program facts. But if I left off the S, the program should tell me you didn't put in the right file. Why am I doing this? Because in many installations where you work, the program may have the built-in name, or the individual that's running the program will have a file name, an external name, and that's the best way actually. Enter the file name where you wish to write the results. I'm just making up, I'll just say string analysis report. And if I go to my file where I stored my output, there's a string analysis report down here at the bottom. I'll open it up, and this is what it looks like. Character string analysis report, number of uppercase letters in the file 30, etc., etc. That's what it counted. Let's open up that file just to make sure. So you would have to go in and literally count them all, but I think there's about 30. If it says there are 30, it's probably going to be the 30. Okay, so feel free to go back and review this code. Be sure to review this code as often as necessary in order to understand what is going on. Make sure you study very carefully examples. We always have prototypes and examples to assist us as we are learning technology and IT development. Okay, feel free to use this video and other videos as often as necessary in order to understand these concepts concerning string manipulation.